Okay, so today, guys, we're going to do Module 5, Lesson 1. Our objective is to be able to show 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, and 100 less. Obviously, we did something like this before. Now we're just they're increasing it by adding hundreds, okay? So it's the same thing that we did before, just with hundreds, okay? Okay, our vocabulary for today is going to be arrow wave. As you already know, this is when we use arrow to show how we solve the problem. This is an example right here. Guys, if you're using arrow wave, it has to have these arrows. Then if it doesn't have it, it's not arrow wave. Tristan.
We haven't used arrow wave in a long time.
Yeah, but we're going to use it again. For this lesson, we're going to be using it again.
Okay.
Okay. So, we're going to do some fluency, more and less. When I say the numbers, I want you to raise your hand and tell me what the answers are. So, 10 more than 5. Travis.
15.
15. 100 more than 56. Noah.
156.
156. 10 less than 22. Tyler. 10 less.
10 backwards.
Okay. Alexandra, help Tyler. 10 less than 22?
12.
12. So that means you're having 10, like you take away 10 from it, okay? Basically, you're taking away 10. 100 less than 150. Samuel.
50.
50. And that's basically what we're going to be doing. We're going to be basically we're adding hundreds or taking hundreds from it, or we're adding tens and subtracting tens. Okay? Yes, Peyton. It's not a movie. It's not a movie. This is class. You need to pay attention. Okay. So I'm going to put a number on the board. And you guys are going to tell me, for this particular one, you want to find 10 more than 10 more than 15. Timothy.
20.
10 more. So we got 15. Somebody else, Samia, help him.
25.
25. So 10 less than 35, it would be what, Alexandria?
25.
25. If we have let's use 60. Is 10 more than what? 60 is 10 more than what, Kylie? If you have 60, say you got $60. What is 10 more than $60? Right. 70. Travis. 25 is going to be 10 less than what?
10 less than 15.
Not 10, not more, less. Remember, we're saying less.
No,
Okay, guys, there's an error in this one. So this should be flipped. So we're doing 60 is 10 more. So it's not 70. It's gonna be 50, okay? 50. So if you had 50, 10 to 50, it will give you 60. So,
35.
huh? Say it again?
35.
35. So basically this is saying if you had 35 and you take 10 from it, it will give you 25. Now we're going to focus on, this part is new to you guys. We haven't worked on hundreds. So hundreds are bigger numbers, so you wanna take your time, okay? You wanna take your time. Guys, you can also use the place value chart for the ones that having issues with bigger numbers, use the place value chart. Okay? So 100 more than, let's say, 75 is gonna be what, Caitlin? 100 more than 75. Give it a try. London, put yourself, sit up, and take your hand from your jaw. Okay, so we're gonna help you right now. So if we have a place value chart, and we have hundreds, we have tens, and we have ones. We have 75. So we have 7 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 5 ones. 2, 3, 4, and 5. When this is asking you, if I were to put 800, what would my new number become? This is for Peyton. And I need you to sit up. What is this saying? What is the place value chart showing? What's the number in the place value chart? This is 100. How many? Okay, so this is 100. 1. How many tens do you see? 7. And how many ones? 5. So what is this number? 175. So this is why I'm telling you guys, if you can't like get the answer off your head like this, you might want to use the place value chart. If you're good at just seeing the number, just looking at it and be like, oh, that's that, you don't have to show your work with the place value chart. But if you cannot, you can always use the place value chart to help you. Okay. Katie, if I have 200, this is asking me 100 less than 200 is going to be what? Katie, this one's for Katie, guys. Okay, let's put it on the place value chart. Okay, for starters, how many hundreds is in 200? How many hundreds? 2, right? How many tens? How many ones? Right. So 200, no tens and no ones, right? Now, what this is asking you is, if I went ahead and I take one of these off, how much will be left?
1.
This is for Katie. How much will be left? And okay, so we have 1. 1. We don't have any zeros, we don't have any tens, and we don't have any ones. What's our new number? What is this number?
100.
100, and you need to put that away. That is not in time. You need to pay stuff. You need to pay attention, put it away. Okay, so So 375 is 100 more. What is 100 more than 375? Travis,
450.
this is 7, baby. 7.
Oh,
So it's 375.
475.
So it's going to be 475. 475. And it's the same thing, except we're taking, okay? So when we say, remember I told you guys, when we say more, we're adding, and when we say less, we're taking. Okay, so if we have 160, right? So they're basically asking you, what is 100 less than 160? Samuel?
60.
60. So 60 is gonna be 100 less than 160. Did everybody get that?
Yeah.
Who did not understand? What part did you not understand? What about the 200? Okay, because we started with the number 200, right? That's our given. And yours taking, it says 100 less. So you're taking away 100. So that's what we did. We started with a 200 and we needed to do 100 less, so we took that 100. So now we only have one, which makes it our 100. Did you get that? London, what part did you get? You gotta speak out, I cannot hear you. What part you didn't get? Everything.
She said everything.
Okay, you gotta be more specific. What, everything. Okay, so once again, let me clean this so I can show you what I'm talking about. So guys, when we do more and less, we're basically adding and subtracting, okay? That's exactly what you're doing. You're adding or you're subtracting. More is gonna be addition and less is basically subtraction. So this is gonna be for London. This is gonna be for London. This is for London.
Oh.
So if you have 45, you have 45, right? That's a given number. Now, let's do 100s, 10s, and 1s. We got, I already know we got 4 10s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got 5 1s. Let me mess it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If they ask us to do 10 more, 10 more, all you're doing is looking for the 10th place and you're adding 1. Okay? That's all you're doing when you're adding 10. Now this is going to become 55. Now if they had asked you to do 10 less, if they said 10 less, you would take away one of the 10. And then that new number would be 35. Okay? So like I was saying, all you're doing is, when they say more, you're adding. You're adding. And when they say less, you're subtracting. That's all that is. Did you get that? Did you get that?
But, oh my god. Are you really that?
Stop talking. We're listening. Nothing is wrong with her not understanding.
You said less.
Uh-huh. Okay. What about less? Okay, no, when you're swinging less, you're taking from it. You're taking from it. So you started with 45. You started with 45. But because you said less, you took this one away. So this one is gone. And now your answer is only going to be whatever is left.
33.
But when I say more, what I'm doing is If you started with 45 and they said more, you're gonna put 1. So depending on whether it's 100 or 10, you're gonna look for the spot. So, and that's why this will become 45. If we were doing 145, then this would have the 1 right here. So that would be 145. And if we're saying more, if we're saying 100 more, obviously we're gonna add another 100, right? And now what would our number be? London. If we added, it says we're doing 100 more, okay? We're doing 100 more, what would our number be? Because we just added our 1. How many do we have in the 100 place? How much we have in the 10 place? This one is here still here. This one is still here. So we have 4. How much do we have in the 1 place? 5. And then your answer will be 245. However, if this was a different case scenario and they said 100 less,
Somebody at the door.
if they said 100 less, remember you started off with 145. So if they say 100 less,
Somebody at the door.
this will be gone. This will be gone. Because you only started with 100.
Somebody at
You started with 100. So now there won't be anything here. Get the door, please. So all you will have left is the 4 and that 5.
Oh my God.
That's all you have left. That's all you have left. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Have a seat, money. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. So for these, it's basically like when we learn skip counting, okay? So we're skip counting, but what we're doing is we're trying to identify which rules apply. If it's 100, if it's 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, or 100 less. Now, this is our first set. We started off with 67, right? And our next number in the sequence is going to be 57. What happened to this? What happened to the numbers from here to here? What happened? What did we have? What did we subtract? Amia. We subtracted 10, right? So we already know that from here to here we subtracted 10. From 57 to 47, what did we do? Alexandra. Remember, we're going from 57 to 47. We subtracted a 10. Katie, you need to wake up. Put your hand down and pay attention. Now. Thank you. So now we can already tell that what we're doing for this problem is we're subtracting tens, right? So now what would be our next number in the sequence from 4 up? 10 more than 52 is what? Katie, take your hand off your jaw and pay attention. What is the next number in the sequence? You stand up and go stand in the back and you're sleeping. Amia. We got 52, so what's gonna come after 52? 62. Alexandra, what's next? 72. Noah, what's next? You need to sit up. 82. Guys, I want you to look at this one. You're starting with 143. We're starting with 143. And now our next number in the sequence is going to be 243. 243. 343. So what
You didn't say
rules apply to this one? What rules? Gabby. Yeah, we added what? What are we adding? 100. So we're doing 100 more. Okay. You already see that's the pattern is 100 more. So what's the next number going to be in the sequence from 343? Samuel, what's going to be next?
443.
443. What's next, Timothy? 543. Peyton, what's going to come off of 543? We're adding hundreds. We're adding 100. When you add 1 to 5, what you get? Huh? Okay. So you have 100, 10, and 1. Starting off with 543. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then our 3 ones. 1, 2, and 3. You're adding 100. So you're gonna look for the 100 place and you're adding 1. What is our new number? How much do you have in the 1 place? How much is in the 10?
4.
And how much do you have in the 100 place? 6. What is that number?
643.
Right, 643. Once again, guys, if you're not quick on your head as in able to look at it and be like, oh, that's next, that's next, use your place value chart. Not everybody is like quick on it like that, and that's okay. If you cannot figure it out, use your place value chart. If you got it and you don't need to use it, you don't have to use it. But if you don't have it like that, you have to use that. It will help you so much. It will help you. I'm telling you. And it's easy to use. Because you already know how to set up the place value chart, so it's really easy. Now, we're starting with 562. Sophia. Our next number is going to be 462. What is our sequence rule? What are we doing to the 100? Remember, we're coming from 5 to 4. Okay, so we are using 100 less. Okay, 100 less. What is going to be next in our sequence? Tyler, what is going to come next? Yeah, 362.
363.
We're at 362 and we're doing 100 less. Or we're subtracting hundreds.
262.
262. What is going to be next, Kylie? 162. Samuel, what's next?
62.
62. Did everybody get that? Sit up.
Yes.
Who did not get that? Who didn't get it? Noah, what did you not get? Because you need to stand up because you're sleeping.
I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You always know this.
Okay,
Stop saying
fix
it.
your mask. Stop. Now. Fix your mask. What part you didn't get? You need to stand up because you're sleepy. Stand up. Now. Stand up behind you. Push your chair in and stand up. Good morning. What part? What did you not get? Okay, guys. So you kind of walked in late, so that's why you know. So we started off with 562, right? You need to be paying attention if you want to know. We started off with 562, and then it went to 462. You have to find what happened from here to here. What Sophia said was they subtracted 100, which is true. So they subtracted 100. So we keep subtracting 100 from each number, okay? And it takes us all the way to 62. If you don't understand, if you can't just go like this and get the answer, you can always put it on the place value chart. And if they're saying to add 100, you're gonna add 100 in the 100 place. If they said to take 100, you're gonna erase 100 from the 100 place. If you're adding 10, same thing. You're looking for the 10 place, adding your 1. If you're taking it, you're just gonna take it from the 10 place, okay? That's the same thing. All you're doing is adding or taking. Adding or taking. Once again, if it's more, you're gonna be adding. If it's less, you're taking away or subtracting, okay? London.
The first one.
What about the first one?
You just take it like 10. And you take like 10
Okay, so yes, what you're doing is you keep taking away 10 until you get to the last number. So every number that you get, you're gonna take whatever your rule is from that number. So for this one, you're taking 10. So you keep taking 10 from each number until you get to the last one. So that's basically what you do. That's why the sequence is just keep counting, but by tens or hundreds, basically. Or backward if you need it. You need to come back this way, and you need to lean off the covering. You need to wake up, and you need to get up and wake up. Now, get up and stand right there because you're sleeping. You cannot be sleeping. Guys, even if you're tired, you gotta stay awake. You need to go to bed earlier to prevent you from. Yes, Peyton.
So it's no one.
Not for this one. For this one, we're only doing tens and hundreds, okay? Remember, we did ones and tens before. We did ones and tens before. For this lesson, we're only doing tens and hundreds. Maybe later on they'll introduce ones again. I'm not sure yet. But for this particular lesson, it's just tens and hundreds. Okay, let's move on. Okay. In a second. Want some done? And we start doing problem sets? Now, guys, remember I told you we're going to be looking at arrow lesson, right? The arrow way? For this particular problem, they started with 542. And they added 100. They added 100. And it takes them to 642. Now, if we have 642 and we take 10 from it, what do we have, Samuel?
632.
632, right? Now, it's telling us right here to subtract another 10, and it's going to give us 622. From 622, we're taking 100. What is our new number? Somebody other than Samuel. Destiny. 622. When we take 100, what's we going to have left?
522.
Okay. So we have 522. Now we got to figure out what did we do to 522 to make 422. Alexandria. What happened to 522 to make? We subtracted 100. Now, did everybody get that?
Yes.
Well, put your trash out. Anybody struggling with that? You're gonna have to come see me. Okay? You and her. You and her. What's your problem? I'm not watching a movie, girl. We're not watching a movie. Okay, so we're gonna try another one. Let's do 728. And we're gonna add 100. What is our new number gonna be? We got 728. And we're adding 100. Kylie. Now we have 828. If we subtract 10 from 828, what is our new number? Tristan.
18.
818. Now, what if we added 100 to 818? What would our new number be, Gabby? 918. Now, Corey, what if we were to add 10 to 918? What would our new number be? If we add 10 to it. So we started off with 918 and we add in 10. Sorry? Okay, 928. And that's basically all you're doing. Once again, you don't have to show your work if you got it like that. If you are not getting it, like you can't look at it and be like, oh, that's that. By all means, try to place value chart. It will help you a lot. Alexander. Huh? Yes, you want okay, so we're gonna do our problem sets. We're gonna do problem sets. For our problem sets,
She didn't say open it.
I am gonna do the first, let's do A. Let's do A together. It says 10 more than 175. Raise your hand. 10 more than 175. Noah.
185.
185. Okay, let's do F. So I'm gonna do A, F, and
Okay.
so 499 is 100 less than what? Tyler, 499 is 100 less than what? Tyler. Katie? What? In a second, when I know you wait. Amia, what's your answer? 599. 599. Now, this is the last one I'm going to do with y'all. Now, 10 more than 30, 10 more than 309. 309 is what? 10 more than 309. Timothy, 10 more than 309. Timothy, it says 10 more. It's going to be 319. Now, group 1.
We'll go for it.
Group 1.
Oh, boy.
What's going to happen is group 1 and 3, you're going to do all the problems, obviously.